Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Place Disco Elysium. Okay, on today's episode, I may have met a character to rival my emotional investment as I have with Fritta Girl. On our little detours while Kim's not in the party, we ran into a character who really tugs at my heartstrings, especially because she is actually someone who is not too dissimilar from people I've actually worked with in real therapy. Just like the last one, I had hoped this would be a little more lighthearted, but there's at least some pretty emotional highs in this episode. At least I think so. So let's jump in. Okay. Let's continue on our little side journey here to find, well, we're looking for a couple of things. We're looking for love. If we can't get it from Kim, we'll get it from the smoker on the balcony or potentially Lillian. But we're trying to find a beautiful spot to take her for a potential date. And if we find it along the way, great. And if not, we're going back to see if we can't pass a composure check to find more about the smoker. I also have not given you my commentary on Klassia and Gestalt therapy. I will do that, but I'm waiting for a better opportunity because right now it's a little detached from everything. So we'll come back to it. Someone's trying to bring cheer into the world. Yeah, it looks like that. Looks like someone's having a good time down here. Let's inspect all this stuff. Make sure it's safe first. There's a party going on in that tarpaulin. Okay, what do we got here?
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Okay.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
Looks like a makeshift bridge currently drawn up.
Well, if someone wanted to draw in this way, I'm going to leave it as is. I mean, we can certainly just go around. What was that? Just thought. Someone's home away from home. Let's chat it up. See what's going on here.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing the approach, she looks up.
Another potentially sad, lonely young person who I'm going to get way too invested in their well-being.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat.
Yeah. Empathy's on board. Let's get this girl a hat.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I have a hat on.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I do. I was pointing to my hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Okay.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
7. Authority check. Let's just be kind. Let's see if we can get past on our charming empathy. Is that language really necessary, young lady?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. Okay. Yeah, see? I didn't need brash authority to appeal to the sensible youth. What's your name?
Acele.
Acele. I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. Well, it's not police business just yet, Harry. We're just having a conversation here that may end in a Existential tangent. And your surname?
Why?
Forget it.
Okay.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
Okay. And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Ooh, I've seen this before. It's pretty cool. It produces some really unique sounds.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Okay. Thank you, Encyclopedia, for that insightful injection of wisdom. What am I supposed to do with this?
No idea.
Oh, I didn't realize we were responding to Encyclopedia. I thought we were responding to her for some reason. I was like, why are we asking about our wife? I kind of wish I could go back now. Yeah, I had some non-mic questions for you, Encyclopedia. Like, how about you remember something actually important? How does that thing? Let's just go through all of it. Does that have anything to do with contact mic?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
Now we're responding to her. I thought that wasn't really clear who this was. I'm so confused now. Forget it.
Sure.
How does this thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Like, I'm actually as mentally disheveled as Harry is in this moment, because I was not I was not able to tell who we were responding to in that exchange. And I don't think he was either. Where did you get this mic?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Paliseum.
Oh, what's the Paliseum?
Oh, man. You haven't been to the Paliseum?
I have not.
It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
She's very blunt, I'll give her that.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Boogie Street?
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Yeah, of course it cheers her up. It's a place to escape to. Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh, yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Paliseum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a completely trash hotel room. I mean, she might think that's kind of cool. Let's go with that.
That's cool.
Knew it. I fucking knew it. She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. We've completely stumped her with our coolness. You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
Oh, shit.
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Her morale is always getting destroyed. Actually, I had some non-microphone questions for you.
Okay.
What I'm curious about is, like, what did it say that she's like a teenager or something? Because, I mean, she's growing up in the same world as Kuno, but she's very different than Kuno. I'll hold on to my thoughts before we know more about her. What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
So she's out here recording things, but she can't listen to them. Interesting.
What happened to the old headphones?
Oh, what happened to the old headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
You sold your headphones?
Everything checks out, sire.
Is dramas though supposed to be the one that tells me that people are lying, right? and drama. I have a 0. Fucking drama. Yeah, you can't detect shit. Clearly there is something else going on. Everything checks out. Oh, fuck off. Compromised drama. What are these recordings for?
The musicians in the paliseum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Maybe the inference here is that boyfriend sold them for drugs. Which would be unfortunate. Just give her a nod.
I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway.
So she enjoys some escapades to the Paliseum to get down with some hip music. And she is trying to replicate that. She's recording it. She can't hear it. How interesting. She has a passion for something, though, which is what immediately like captures me, where I'm like, yes, there is a child in this world who has found a passion in something, who wants to invest in themselves despite not even really having the means to do so. And has not had that dream crushed by the economic or political reality that sends the message that there is no future for you here. She's just excited about this thing. Can we get Acele to go over to Fritta and get her into music or something? Like, Fritta girl is just waiting to have some kind of inner creative passion ignited. But we can't be that person for her. We're not relatable enough. We can only encourage and support her in the best of our ways. She needs someone who she can relate to, who can show her what it's like to have a genuine passion.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
I will do anything to get your headphones and synthesizer, young lady. If fuck the case, fuck everything. I want to provide you with something that gives you hope.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy.
No.
She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
No.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Oh my god, this is so tragic. It's so sad. Someone with a clear sense of passion for something, but does not have the means to pursue it, but is living in such a harsh reality that she has to engage in some sort of escapism or self-soothing. Can we do nothing to help these youth that's not Everett Claire's fucking scheme? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give her my hat. Take it. Take Dick Mullen's hat.
Thanks.
Can I give Fritta Girl my hat or shoes or anything? I mean, can I just give them anything? Anything to make them like feel like they belong to this world. You know, I think that one of the most important things that can be done for someone, it's so simple for you to do, is buy into something they are passionate about that they may have lost their own buy-in to, right? In the practice of therapy, we might use a lot of motivational interviewing, which is a way of communicating with someone that is designed to like get someone to radically accept their position and what they can do to change it, right? It's to eliminate the catastrophizing, to eliminate the sort of like lapse of hope in someone, and to stimulate motivation from one's own perspective, not from my perspective, not just like, you got this, I'm encouraging you, but it's a way of talking that gets someone to sort of find motivation within themselves. And it's really useful, especially for troubled teens. And, I've worked with plenty of people who are very similar to Acele, who are struggling with addiction. And yeah, it's really heartbreaking because I have such a limited capacity to, like, I can't go out and change their world, The best I can do is try to help them learn to motivate themselves and to try to summon the courage and self-investment to make some of those changes. I have a very limited capacity to help, but one of the most powerful things you can do is just buy in, to something they've lost themselves, because it can reignite whatever it was that got her out here sticking a microphone in ice without headphones. And if I can even do a little bit of that by giving her our hat, something that's very precious to us, and she may not really understand why we're doing that. I don't know. I just want her to feel like there's some space for human connection that's not transactional. Like, we don't want anything from her. I'm not giving you my hat for information. I'm not doing it to make myself feel better. Like, it's just a purely like, I want you to have this because I want to show you that there's like more than what you see, or what you're getting from the world. Oh man, it's too tragic. I don't think we're gonna pass the jacket. I don't think she would take it, to be honest. I think the hat's cooler. Let her keep the hat. We'll keep the jacket. It's supposed to be a music place. What is
that? The boys think it could be a place, like the Paliseum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Paliseum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys. They're inside, in the tent.
Oh boy. All right, forget all the other stuff. We gotta solve Acele's... I gotta go... Who took her headphones? I'm gonna fuck them up. I wonder if she says no to this. Let's see what happens.
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Ugh, what a soul. She's a sorry cop like myself.
She's shivering a bit.
Ugh, and she won't accept the jacket. Poor thing.
Go ahead.
Yes, yes! We gave her the hat. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Paliseum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here.
Way to break my fucking heart and Acele's shivers.
Not in a million years.
What is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
So sampling things. Interesting.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes.
Going along with what we were talking about in the last episode, these efforts to reclaim these what were once meant to be communal spaces and institutions of pro-social human experiences to turn one into a dance club as a way of experiencing like the passion of music. And doing so, like, she doesn't have any synthesizers, so she wants to create the kind of music that you can just capture with environmental sounds. So interesting. So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're a cop, right?
I guess we have to be honest with her. Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Oh boy, we're about to go on a wild tangent here. This is urgent now, okay? I gotta help Acele. I gotta heal the youth.
Go ahead.
Let's see if we have anything that can buff our empathy.
Bye.
Before we do that check. Anything that makes us more empathetic. Like an empathetic shoe. We got an empathetic jacket. Very, very empathetic. Do we have an empathetic t-shirt? Empathetic glasses? We've got negative... the white polo is not very empathetic. Maybe we should use the bow tie. Yeah, we're about to do like some detective work here, so probably... No, not that. I guess we gotta put a new hat on since we gave Acele our hat. I'm gonna go back to the bum hat. I think it looks kind of cool as well. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay.
Hello again.
We're 58%. Empathize. Let's go.
The device is cold to
Shit.
the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
We'll level up again by the time we talk to the to the man on the balcony. Let's go. Let's blast the point into empathy for Acele. We got to do it for her, right? Is there anything that's like making our empathy worse? Any of these thoughts that are bad for our empathy? Doesn't look like it. Morale doesn't affect our empathy. Are there any items that give us more empathy? Any tools? Any empathy-giving beverages? I guess if we can hold this and that gives us more empathy? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Fuck it. Blast it. Let's go.
Hello again.
Yes! 83%. Let's go.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice with the drugs wearing off. At your age, at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. That's real.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder. Ah, I am so happy that this is the stuff that's coming out of our character. This is the kind of structure that I hope we can provide to the world. I don't want to use our authority to manipulate people or assert ourselves or intimidate the public. Like, that's why I put so much in empathy and volition. I want to influence people by appealing to their humanity, like the innate drive to improve our situation and to be happy, not to like compel people by fear. This is beautiful.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. Yes, totally. You should follow your dream of this.
What is?
Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Please do.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
Oh my gosh. This might be like my new favorite moment in this game.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
The reason this is so nice to me is because this is the closest that we've gotten to really being the therapist of this game. And like I said, I've had clients who are very close to Acele in terms of their immediate presentation is distant or hesitant or guarded, but my immediate impression of them is that like this is someone who just has not been reached in the way that will show the deeper parts of their character. And if you can find that thing that they connect with, you don't have to be relatable to them, but you can show interest in something that she doesn't necessarily believe in herself right now. But if we can communicate that we believe in her, then maybe we can get her to believe in herself. Because that's the difficult work of a therapist sometimes, is you can provide guidance, but you can't change someone. You can hope that they see the better parts of themselves, and you can try to hold up the mirror to those parts, but nothing you can do can truly make them see that. They have to see it themselves. And you can't always accomplish that, unfortunately. But the times that you can, it makes it so worth it. When you can reach someone like Acele and you feel like she may remember this. She may remember, maybe not Harry, but she may remember what it feels like to be seen by someone, and not to be seen as a burden, not to be seen as an opportunity, not to be seen as someone to just overlook or be forgotten, not to be seen as a resource or an asset or a signature. I have such a beef with America Claire, because I feel like his intentions are not as clearly empathetic as like we're trying to be here with someone like Acele. Like, he wants to build an institution for what feel like other motives. But yeah, this is really real to me, because this is a situation I find myself in from time to time. And I'm just glad that the game gave us an opportunity to explore it in a way that I might try to as well. What's been eating you, officer? There's definitely stuff eating us.
Come on, I can tell. But okay, be a boyadero about it if you want to.
Yes, now let us reciprocate and be a human ourselves. There is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
I love her. She's so kind. Can I get her and Fritta Girl to meet, please? And they can heal each other. by being friends. No. Okay, this is why I fucking laugh when people are like getting mad at me that I said therapy doesn't really have anything to do with politics. Not that mental health doesn't. Mental health and politics, sure. But therapy and politics? No. Like, look how stupid these responses are. Like, Acele is asking me to unburden my emotions. And the options it gives me is to, like, get political with her. I just find that so absurd. I'm sure that pisses off someone, but I don't care at this point. All of these responses are stupid. This is the only one that makes sense. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress?
Basically all the things that we've been talking about is, you know, seeing the decay of this world and not feeling like we're doing enough to move it forward. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all.
Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like.
Not really by this. I told you I'm highly distressed.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
This is exactly what I'm getting at. Like, if someone were to start talking about politics in therapy, I would probably redirect it because I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's just an outlet for some other frustration, some other issue that's not being processed.
Perhaps.
And she saw right through it, as would I. Like, you don't go to your therapist to talk about politics. You go to talk about yourself and your emotions. And maybe your emotions are impacted by your political views, but that's not really the focus of that work. And Acele is deftly redirecting us. It's perfect that we're holding the ledger as well. Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand, and boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
Thank you, Acele. Write your comments being mad that I don't want to engage with the politics. I don't care at this point.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
What do you mean by selective memory? I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased it. What do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
Yeah, you have a point there. We've definitely suppressed a lot of those memories.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Time wank.
I'm all about the psych bullshit. What is this? That.
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
I'm not sure this made things better. I mean, the game never fails to critique. I'm happy that the game gives me the opportunity to neglect its political subjects and then critiques me for it. Like, it is directly making fun of me for only focusing on the psychology thing, and I think that that's beautiful. Let's just go here. Thanks for the bullshit psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
I love this interaction. What a fantastic character and moment to share with her. One of my favorite interactions in the game thus far, absolutely. I only wish that we got to engage as much with the old Fritta girl. If there were ever a sequel to Disco Elysium, which there won't be, I would love to see her character expanded in much the way that Acele is. Well, I think I'm gonna pause it here before I check in on another character event with the gentleman in the tarpaulin. So that's what's coming next.